So, what we did before lunch, 1.4 notes, the example 1, we followed don't call me after dark, okay? There was no distributing on either side, no combining like terms. Our variable was already on its side by itself. We subtracted 3 from both sides, got 4x equals 12. We divided by 4 for this last right here, x equals 3. Over here before lunch, we got this done individually. Don't call me after dark. Yet again, we followed distribute. There was nothing to distribute, nothing to combine here or here. Our variable was already on the left side. That was perfect. Now we were going to add or subtract anything else. So this plus 10 had to go away by subtracting it. So we were left with negative 5c equals 65. This last d stands for divide. So we divide by whatever's in front of our variable. That's negative 5 on both sides. C equals negative 13. We okay with that? Yes. Okay, let's go to the next 2 examples. These look a little different because they have what in them? Decimals and fractions. Okay, but we're not going to panic about it. We're just going to kind of see if we can get those fractions to go away. And then the decimals, we're going to use our calculator to be confident in those. So, don't call me after dark. Is there anything to distribute on the left side of the equal sign? No. What about on the right side? No. Nope. Is there anything to combine on the left side? No. Can I combine anything? No, because one has an M, one doesn't. Can I combine anything over here? No. Okay, do I need to move my variable if it's already on its side by itself? No. Okay. Is there anything I could add or subtract to get it to go away? Yes. What?
Plus 3.2.
Good, because when I jump the line, I change the
sign.
Good. Whatever I do to one side, I always do to the other. So I'm now left with m over 4 equals what?
10.8.
Good. 10.8. So I'm not scared of decimals. It's okay. Now, the last step stands for divide, right?
Yes.
But isn't this already being divided?
Yes.
What's the opposite of divide then?
Multiply.
So how do I get this 4 to go away? Multiply by 4. We want the 4 to go away, so we multiply by 4. Whatever I do on one side, I always do to the other side. So I'm left with m equals what?
43.2.
43.2. It's okay that my answer is a decimal, because didn't my original problem have decimals in it? We're good to go. Sound good? Okay, here. We got decimals again, but it's okay. That means our answer, if it's a decimal, that's okay. I'm going to draw that line. Don't call me after dark. Okay? Distribute. Anything to distribute here? Nope. What about call? Meaning what? Anything to combine with an x and a constant? No. Move. Isn't my variable already on its own side?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, is there anything I could add or subtract to get it to go away?
Yes.
What?
Minus 9.1.
Minus 9.1. You're going to do the opposite so it can move. And I'm left with x over 3 equals what?
Negative 13.8.
Good. Negative 13.8. Give me a thumbs up if you used your calculator to find that. Thank you so much. Okay? Hey, when you type this in your calculator, you type it in exactly how it looks. Negative 4.7 minus 9.1. Sound good? Yes, ma'am.
Is that a negative 3 or am I just saying
It is a negative 3. Sorry, babe. Good job. Thank you, Miss Taylor. So this is a negative 3 right here. Make sure you put a negative 3 on the bottom of your fraction. Thank you. So once I've added, my last step is to
Divide.
But it's already being divided, so what do I have to do? What type of 3?
Negative 3.
There you go. So those negative 3's cancel out. I'm left with x equals, what's negative 13.8 times 3?
41.4.
41.4. It becomes positive. We okay with that? Give me a thumbs up if I can erase, and we can do the last 2 problems. Perfect. Thanks for catching that. Okay, last examples. They look just a little bit different because the whole problem is on top of a what? A division problem. The whole problem's a division problem. So here's the deal. You still follow, don't call me after dark. And here's how you do this. So watch. Anything to distribute?
No.
Anything to combine? Anything to multiply? I mean move. Sorry, not multiply. Isn't our W already on its side by itself?
Yes.
Okay, is there anything adding or subtracting by itself that can move? No, because the top of my fraction is stuck together. Okay? Can't move that. Now, this says divide. Is division already happening?
Yes.
So how do I get rid of division? Multiply the whole side by what's in the denominator? 4. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the? So now, my 4's cancel out. What am I left with on top?
3. 3W.
W plus 3, right? Would y'all agree?
Yes.
My 4's canceled out. What's 7 times 4?
48.
28, right? Okay. Am I done? Does W equals anything? No. So if I get to the end and I'm not done, I start over. Anything to distribute? Anything to combine? Anything to move? Anything to add or subtract? What? Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. W now equals what?
25.
Perfect. Pretty easy? So if you ever get to the end and you're not done yet, just start back over. Keep going in that order. Don't call me after dark. So let's look here. Last example. Anything to distribute? No. What about combine? No. What about move? Our variable's already on one side by itself. Could this variable be over here?
Yes.
Yes. If it's by itself on the right side, that's okay. Just move everything else to the left. Got it? Now, if it's on both sides, that's when we move it to the left. Make sense? Okay. Now, add or subtract. Can I add or subtract anything that's just floating by itself? No. Divide. Isn't division already happening?
Yeah.
So what do I need to do? Negative 7. Good job. Whatever I do to one side, I always do to the? So my negative 7's cancel. What's left on the left side? R minus 2 equals what? Good. Negative 21. Now, am I done? No. So I start back over. Anything to distribute? Combine. Move. Add or subtract? Plus 2 to both sides. And R now equals? Perfect. How do y'all feel about this? Good. So remember, on your mouse thing, if you need notebook paper, I have it for you. Because there's not really room for you to show work unless you write really, really, really small. And the only way you can get full credit is to show work. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pass out notebook paper for everyone. If you don't use it, that's fine. Just make sure you show work somehow. Some more. All you're doing is you're working from the start of the maze to the end of the cheese. Sound good? Now remember, color in the answer you get. You can use the colors up front, but please make sure you put them back in the right spots. Okay?
Is this homework if we don't finish?
No.